Welcome, my friends. Please take a seat, grab a drink, and let me tell you the tale of Arduinna, the forgotten goddess of the Ardennes. In the shadowed heart of Europe, far from the bright cities and bustling roads, there lies a forest older than memory itself. The Ardennes, a place of dense woods, winding rivers, and mist that clings to the branches like ghostly fingers. It's a land where time slows, where silence is deep, and where stories linger like the scent of moss and pine. And in this ancient wilderness, there is one name still whispered among the trees: Arduinna. To those who dwell near the edges of this forest, Arduinna is more than just a myth. She is a presence, a protector, a wild goddess who roams the groves on the back of a mighty boar, her figure glimpsed between the trunks by hunters, wanderers and dreamers. With eyes sharp as flint and a spirit fierce as the wind through the canopy, she watches, always watches, keeping her sacred domain free from harm. Her image is striking, clad in a short belted tunic, practical for the hunt, yet regal in its simplicity. Her dark hair streams behind her as she moves with purpose. In one hand she carries a hunting knife, gleaming and deadly, a symbol not only of the chase, but of her dominion over all that is wild and untamed. She is nature incarnate, glorious, beautiful, and perilous. Arduinna is thought to have originated from pre-Roman Celtic traditions, a local deity worshipped by the people of what is now Belgium, Luxembourg, and northeastern France. Her name is directly tied to the forest itself, a rare example of a goddess whose very identity is bound to the land. As Rome expanded its empire, they encountered this powerful forest spirit and, in their typical way, thought to assimilate her into their own pantheon. Arduinna was soon associated with Diana, the Roman goddess of the hunt and the moon. But while Diana's temples stood in marble cities, Arduinna's altar was the forest floor. Her sanctuary was the wild. She is a rare example of a goddess who resists civilization, who does not ask for worship in gold or incense, but demands respect through silence and reverence. No grand temples were built in her honour, only sacred groves, ritual offerings left in tree hollows, and whispered prayers from those who lived in harmony with the land. Legends surrounding Arduinna are as tangled and rich as the underbrush she guards. One enduring tale speaks of a greedy king who sought to conquer the Ardennes, to clear the trees for timber and dig into the hills for precious ore. He sent men into the forest with axes and torches, determined to carve his name into the land. But they never returned. For Arduinna rose from the mist, her boar charging like thunder through the trees. With a wave of her knife, she turned the invaders into stone, their bodies forever rooted in the earth, covered in moss and lichen. Even now, locals claim that some oddly shaped boulders deep in the woods are the cursed remains of those men, petrified by divine wrath. Such stories reveal her role not just as a hunter, but as a guardian spirit of nature. She defends the balance of the forest with an uncompromising hand. Unlike many gods of old who faded into legend as their worshippers disappeared, Arduinna is not forgotten. She lives on in the landscape itself, in the crackling of twigs underfoot, the rustling of leaves in the wind, and the quiet eyes of deer watching from the trees. Her powers are many, as fluid and mysterious as the fog that clings to the forest floor. It is said that she can command the animals of the forest, calling birds to sing at her side and wolves to run with her through the night. She can vanish into the shadows with a whisper, reappearing miles away in an instant. Some tales even speak of her power to heal the wounded, or curse those who trespass with disease and madness. Her boar, a creature of immense size and strength, is no ordinary beast. With tusks like silver sabres and a hide said to be impenetrable by mortal weapons, it is both her mount and her companion. In some versions of the myth, the boar is itself a divine being, perhaps a spirit of the forest, perhaps a transformed warrior forever bound to Arduinna's service. But even a goddess has limits. Arduinna's strength is not infinite. It is tied to the health of the forest. Should the Ardennes fall to deforestation, pollution, or the encroachments of modern industry, so too would Arduinna's power wane. She is a living metaphor for the fragile connection between humanity and the natural world. Her story is a warning, a reminder of the cost of losing touch with the wild. In this way, Arduinna's myth resonates with urgent relevance today. As we face ecological crisis, loss of biodiversity, and climate change, her legend becomes more than folklore. It becomes a call to action, to preserve our sacred spaces, to respect the rhythms of nature, to remember that not everything in this world can or should be tamed. Though few now leave offerings at the foot of trees or whisper prayers into the mist, Arduinna's spirit endures. She is there, in the hush of dawn, in the snap of a twig, in the breath of the earth beneath our feet. For those who wander into the Ardennes with open eyes and quiet hearts, she may still reveal herself. A flicker of movement in the distance, the glint of moonlight on a blade, the deep echo of hoofbeats in the soil. Arduinna rides still. Thanks for venturing into the forest of myth with me. If you enjoyed this journey into the legend of Arduinna, the wild goddess of the Ardennes, don't forget to leave a like to support the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you heard of Arduinna before? Do you believe ancient spirits still linger in the wild places of the world? Share your thoughts or your favourite forest myth in the comments below. And if you want more tales of gods, monsters and forgotten folklore from around the world, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Until next time, stay curious, stay respectful of the wild, and keep listening to the whispers of the old world.